What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video I'm going to cover a complete Walmart drop shipping guide, how to drop ship in Walmart in 2022 so far. That is the topic of this video, and this is surprisingly the number one thing that I get the most questions about on a day-to-day basis is drop shipping on Walmart. What's going on there? Can we still do it? Is it safe? Is it not safe? What should I do? That's what I'm going to answer in this video. So I'm super fired up. I hope you are. Let's go and do this. All right, so this is the number one thing I get the most questions about. I cannot reiterate that enough, but in this video and by the end of this video, you should have a complete Walmart drop shipping guide and how to drop ship on Walmart so far in 2022 and beyond. And I think especially the fifth thing that you have to keep in mind is going to shock you. So let's cut to the chase. Let's jump straight right in. And again, I've answered the point of should you drop ship on Walmart in another video. The bottom line that I like to usually tell beginners is absolutely not. If you've never had any experience drop shipping, or if you don't have a Walmart store already, then I say do not do it. There are far better options, which I'll cover at the end of this video. But if you have an existing store or an existing brand, then absolutely you want to give it a shot. But just be forewarned, some of these reasons and or these tactics that you'll need to use and to keep in consideration if you are going to drop ship this year are extremely important. So pay close attention. But first things first, the biggest thing is, do you have a store or do you not have a store? If you do not have a store and your brand spanking new, then there are far better options. Things like Facebook Marketplace, even Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, as well as Amazon FBA wholesale automation, if you want to schedule a call with me about any of those options, my email is below. So I'd be more than happy to jump on a call and talk about your goals and what you're looking to do. Biggest thing is the way to get into a Walmart store is to first and foremost have either a legitimate product, a legitimate brand, and a legitimate website, and have been doing this in some capacity the past couple of years. You got to have experience. You have to have an experienced business, and it has to show on what you apply with. So Walmart will ask for all sorts of criteria like a DUNS number, a website, things like that. They're going to thoroughly look over all this information, particularly the website. Does it look like you're really selling this shit, or is it just some template that somebody just bought up off of Fiverr and tossed it up on the site, which is typically what all the automation Walmart programs do, is they buy a templated site, they toss it up in there, and they're so good at doing this that they can have a complete and full site up within 5 minutes with a bunch of generic looking products. And now that's the problem with the whole concept, is they're very generic looking, the site looks generic, and there's often a lot of misspellings, spelling errors, because somebody in another country made this particular site. So yes, if you've got that, then you can move forward and think about the other issues that you might have that I'm about to cover now. All right, the second thing that you got to do is you cannot rely on third-party retailers like Amazon and Costco and Sam's Club and Bed Bath & Beyond and places like that to get your products. You have to have a legit source to be drop shipping from if you're going to even operate with that type of model. Now, where would you go if you don't have this, but where would you go to find them? Well, the biggest tip that I can give you is pay close attention to any of the guys that were selling the Shopify programs with the Facebook ads. They almost always have connections to either a Chinese supplier that is in the USA or a USA supplier that's in the USA that's able to drop ship these products for you, because when you drop ship like this, you're going to get the right tracking numbers that are real. Now, this is the number one usual thing that suspends most drop shippers with Walmart automation is legit tracking numbers. Now, the other way around this is to use a service that will accept the products ordered from Walmart. They'll accept them at their warehouse and they'll reship them with their own boxes. So this eliminates the box problems that people always complain about. Like they're always talking about, oh, I got this Amazon box and they're going to want to return it because it's clearly cheaper on Amazon. So if you use your own boxes or even have it shipped to yourself and then reship it, then this will clearly get past all the valid tracking numbers and all those issues that you could have with that. Now, the problem with that, again, is it's going to raise your costs. So you have to have products in there that have a good amount of margin, and you're also going to have to get returns at whatever source you ship those from. So keep that in mind as well. All right, the third thing you have to be prepared for is because it pretty much banned, and I'm talking about Walmart, banned almost all the sellers that there were last year that were drop shipping. So there's not a ton of sellers on Walmart right now. So you're going to have problems with credit limits and available credit that you have on your card. Because if you have any stores running right now, if I'm talking to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got pockets full of money and the orders just don't stop. And that's because of the fact that there are so few sellers that sales are pretty darn high. I've had a couple stores, and these are clients that had a couple stores that were running and never got shut down. And they have trouble keeping up with the credit limits because of the fact that they get so many orders. So make sure you can keep up with those orders, because the minute that you can't and you get behind, you just basically gave Walmart another reason to suspend your ass. And now, if you get suspended for that, you're up shit creek. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you are up shit creek without a paddle. You should have thought about these things beforehand. And again, things can scale very quickly right now because there are very few legit sellers on Walmart. So the opportunity is pretty plentiful. All right, the fourth thing that you should pay close attention to is be prepared that if you get shut down or if you get suspended, you're just pretty much going to get straight up terminated. So what does that mean? That means that Walmart gets to keep your money for 6 freaking months, people. Be prepared to pay those credit cards, at least be able to hold them over for 6 full months, because yes, Walmart will keep your money for the full 180 days. And guess what? All through that time where they're keeping your money, they're letting people return shit. Like, you can even get a return on a chainsaw that's been used. It could have been used in a massacre, could have massacred some teens, could have chopped down some trees with some angry beavers in there. And yes, I did say angry beaver. It can have chopped down just about any damn thing the customer well pleased, and they will give them a full refund straight out of your account. So they're going to give you a lot less money than you started with, or a lot less money than you should have been owed, because they're going to have extremely lenient returns with your money. So that's the tremendous thing about Walmart. That's the magical thing that you always have to deal with. Not only they shove you out the door, but they give you a kick in the nuts before they do it. So just be prepared and ready to pay your credit cards and hold them up for 6 full months so that it doesn't mess any of your credit up. And finally, the last piece of advice that I want to give people out there that are looking to dropship in 2022 is do not do automation right now. Automation companies that do Walmart have no control whether or not you can get approved, more so if you're a noob than if you're even advanced and or you have a brand. They have no idea how they're going to get things approved. They're just crossing their fingers because of the fact that if Walmart is approving, they approve in waves. So there are certain periods of time where they'll approve a lot of people and certain periods of times where they won't approve a lot of people. And pretty much that means that you're just in limbo. And if you get declined the first time, you're going to have to open up a whole new LLC. It's just a big freaking mess. So you don't want to get stuck in it. And you particularly want to be wary when now automation companies or some unscrupulous automation companies will be asking for a lot less than they originally did. It's a big warning sign, it's a big red flag, and you should just flat out stay out of it. If you're going to do this on your own, or if you're going to do this with another legit business opportunity. There are plenty of them out there that offer automation. Amazon to Amazon, Amazon FBA wholesale, and Facebook marketplace automation. Again, if you want to talk about any of those, my email is below. But again, that is a whole drop shipping guide on how to navigate the rough waters that is Walmart right now. And like I said, there's a lot of things to consider before you jump right in. So hopefully this helped you. And as usual, I answer questions in our comments below. I always personally get to those. So I will see you in the next video.